Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. I saw this morning from DJ Peter Vass. Now, yesterday I did a video with regards to Blackrock and the fact that they are now looking into starting a crypto trading platform. They're going to be doing this for institutional investors. I don't know if you guys caught that video. If you guys didn't catch it, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. That was the big news yesterday. Well, DJ Peter Vass brought this to my attention, just another connection that had I known this yesterday, I put it in yesterday's video, but I just thought I'd bring this up. Formerly working at Blackrock, now Craig Phillips works at Ripple. So there is the potential for a Ripple XRP connection into the Blackrock crypto trading platform. And so if you guys didn't catch that video, take a look at it. The hypothesis is it could be running through Earthport. And now we're also seeing this. So Craig Phillips, working at Ripple, he brings more than 35 years of private and public sector leadership experience to Ripple, having held senior roles at BlackRock and Morgan Stanley. So another Ripple connection to BlackRock. And of course, we know about that Earthport connection as well. So another interesting piece of the puzzle here. Wanted to thank DJ Peter Vass for bringing that up. Real quickly, I'm going to look at the market right now. Bitcoin trading at about 43,300. Not really too much to talk about today. We are seeing a bit of a retracement. This is Bitcoin on the daily. We did see some significant bullish movement for Bitcoin since about the end of January and running into February. We did see that big push up to about 45,800. Now we're retracing back down to 43.3. And XRP, guys, also finding itself in the same kind of pattern. That huge move up for XRP hit about 91.5 cents. Now we're trading back down to about 81 cents. But this is all par for the course. We never, ever end up going straight up. So a correction, I think, at this point in time, beneficial to let these cryptocurrencies cool off a little bit. Let me throw XRP here on the hourly. Look, you can see it is now basing back in this new level of support that it found here, 81, 82 cents on the micro time frame. So it did go up as high as 91.5, just over 91.5 cents. It was basing in and around there. And now we're finding that support on the micro. Okay, this is micro support. So hopefully we are going to see it continue to make its way up. Even when we zoom out on XRP, real quick here, XRP still hovering in this level, old level of resistance back from 2018 becomes new support level for XRP. We saw that level being tested throughout the last 4 years or so. We saw peaks up here, a peak up here, a peak up here, not quite getting up. Of course, these levels are zones. And so, I mean, if we want to take, because XRP is quite volatile, I'd say 76.5 all the way to about 95. So about a 20-cent spread there. And I know 20 cents can make a big difference depending on how much XRP you hold. Nevertheless, this is new support forming for XRP. We have seen it historically in this area here. Here, let me just draw out a rectangular yellow rectangle here, a band just going across there just to show you guys where I am eyeing right now. So we did see XRP move. Now it's cooling down. Same with Bitcoin. Nothing more really to discuss regarding this. I want to move on, guys, because there is a lot of great information coming out today. First, I wanted to mention this with regards to Temenos. So Ripple-enabled Temenos, a huge company that specializes in banking integration. They are Ripple-enabled and have been for quite some time now. Well, this was just out today. Temenos, they have now launched specific services for challenger banks, and I am so glad this news is coming out. The reason I say that is because on this channel, I have been saying this for a very long time. The fact that the big banks, or at least back in 2018 and 2019, they were very apprehensive to adopt RippleNet technology. I mean, at that time it was so new, but the companies that were adopting RippleNet technology, they were the smaller fintechs and the smaller banks. And so I thought to myself, and this was a theory I kept talking about back then, was that, you know, these smaller banks are going to get the leg up against the big banks. And so there is going to be a significant challenge for these big banks to compete if these smaller banks have superior technology. And so I thought to myself, boy, in a few years, this is going to look really interesting. Well, now, guys, this is what's happening. So Temenos, who is Ripple enabled, they have launched specific services for challenger banks specifically. And if you guys don't know what a challenger bank is, they are small, recently created retail banks that compete directly with the longer established banks in the UK. So this is giving a UK example specifically, sometimes specializing in areas underserved by the Big Four, giving the Big Four names here, as well as new entrants to the market. Some challenger banks were created following divestment from larger banking groups. So essentially, these are the small banks. So Temenos, the banking software company, today launched new Temenos banking services designed specifically to meet the unique requirements of these challenger banks. These services can be deployed rapidly on the Temenos banking cloud, accelerating challengers' time to market with innovative products and services, and helping them scale fast and at a fraction of the traditional implementation costs. This is exactly what challenger banks need, and now Temenos, Ripple-enabled Temenos, has come out with a software to help them out. So they have exceeded the 70 neobank customer milestone and are now launching a new range of functionality-rich banking services to cater to this fast-growing segment. The new composable Temenos banking service includes retail banking, a comprehensive service to quickly deliver retail deposits, loans and accounts, financial crime mitigation payments, and explainable AI for retail lending to offer hyper-personalized and differentiated banking experiences. Temenos Banking Services accelerates time to market and the speed of innovation for neobanks by quickly and easily combining a full list of Temenos banking capabilities and the wider ecosystem of pre-integrated solutions on the Temenos exchange. So, Temenos essentially leveraging their power to enable these smaller banks to now compete with the big guys utilizing Ripple-enabled technology. The smaller SMEs and fintechs started doing it way back in 2018, 2019. Now we're seeing a one-stop shop, I guess, kind of product from Temenos to cater to their smaller challenger banking clients. So that's great news there. I also wanted to mention this, guys. So this is more Ripple news. Digital Euro Association just tweeted this out. Thrilled to share that Ripple has joined the DEA, not the Drug Enforcement Agency, but the Digital Euro Association as a gold supporting member. Ripple is one of the leading providers in enterprise blockchain and crypto solutions for cross-border payments. Welcome to the DEA community. And so they've announced their partnership with Ripple as a supporting member to jointly work on central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. Ripple, one of the leading providers of enterprise blockchain and crypto solutions for cross-border payments, has recently developed a blockchain-based infrastructure to support CBDCs and is engaged with Bhutan's central bank, amongst others, to help execute their CBDC pilots. So they are also now, the Digital Euro Association, they are also now leveraging Ripple to help them with their CBDC project. Ripple is also a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, as we know, and continues to extend its efforts around CBDCs worldwide. The DEA partnership with Ripple includes, amongst others, joint educational efforts around digital currencies and knowledge exchange. So another organization, namely the Digital Euro Association, now partnering with Ripple to help produce their digital euro, their CBDC. Guys, this is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you thought we were at the tip, we are not even close. This is going to explode in the coming years. This is why I always say never, ever, ever sell all your XRP. I know we're going to see a pump. We're going to see a spec pump right now, and that is going to be very, very, very exciting for a lot of us because it seems like it's been forever since we've actually seen an XRP price go up past $1, $1.50, $2, what have you. I mean, we did see it mid-2021, but I know what we're all waiting for. We're all waiting for XRP to really kind of shoot to the moon. And I think for a lot of us, the moon is between $10 to $15, give or take. The top of this Fibonacci would bring XRP to $13.72. But this is just spec, and I know we're going to likely cash out. We should be cashing out. We should be taking profits as we go along. We should be cashing out our XRP, but I do seriously warn you, do not cash out everything. Hold some for the coming years, guys, because this is just getting bigger and bigger. There was also this, guys, from Digital Perspectives at Backup Bradley here on Twitter. A new clip. Watch these SEC chairpersons vote unanimously to move forward to same-day settlement, and listen to what they cite. They actually mentioned DLT. So Backup Bradley's asking, could they mean the XRP? Well, have a listen.
The ever-increasing pace of advancements in technology, including distributed ledger technology, further shortening the standard settlement cycle in the near future may be both desirable and feasible. Indeed, some such efforts are already underway.
Today, we do have those technologies not only to shorten the settlement cycle to 1 day, but also to shorten key elements of what's called the clearing process, that which goes on before. Also, I think rather important, it requires three important steps in that clearing process, the back office plumbing process of affirmation, i.e. to fully automate transaction processing. Again, lowering risks in the system. Now, separately, the Commission is also issuing a robust request for comment around areas to consider with respect to potentially achieving same-day net settlement in the future. Net, because it's still netting positions, but possibly moving the money, moving the securities in the evening or end of day. The technology actually exists today, not just for same-day affirmation, confirmation, and allocations, but even for same-day settlement. How do commissioners vote on the division's recommendations to amend the Securities Exchange Act on clearing and settling?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, the recommendation is approved unanimously.
So they vote unanimously to move forward to same-day settlement, citing DLT. Of course, same-day settlement, that could mean anything. That's not to say that they are necessarily going to be using the XRPL specifically. But it is interesting to see this development. Now, the SEC chairman is voting for same-day settlement while attacking a blockchain like the XRPL that can settle the fastest in real time, 3 to 5 seconds. So real-time settlement, I mean, same-day settlement, as they're mentioning here, is very, very different than same-minute settlement or same-hour settlement, I suppose. Anyone see the irony in this? This coming from Howard_XRP here. And XRP Marchese also says same-day settlement could mean something other than XRP, unfortunately. Doesn't Gary's favorite ETH settle in a day? XRP settles in seconds, not same day, but I hope I'm wrong. Yeah, I mean, we know about the elephant in the room, right? The SEC lawsuit. So, although they are voting, and they did vote unanimously for same-day settlement, it is interesting to note they do not mention the technology specifically. And we know, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous because we do know there is superior American technology that can be utilized for same-day settlement. Well, not only that, instantaneous settlement for all intents and purposes. This coming from James K. Filan. Now, there have been some new developments in the Ripple SEC case. Ripple has filed its SIR reply regarding the SEC's motions to strike the fair notice affirmation defense. And I've got the notice here. I will link it in the description of the video. You can get it through James K. Filan's tweet here, which I will also link in the description. I'll just read you a little bit of the intro here. In its reply supporting its motion to strike defendant Ripple Labs' fourth affirmation defense, the SEC asserts for the first time that Ripple's fair notice defense fails because prior to suing Ripple, the SEC had already brought more than 70 cases that subjected other digital assets to the application of federal securities laws. In support of this argument, the SEC cites a May 2021 report by a private consulting firm, Cornerstone Research, distributed after Ripple filed its opposition brief. The SEC also requests that the court take judicial notice of the SEC's complaints and others charging documents listed in Appendix 1 of the report, which the report characterizes as cryptocurrency enforcement actions. And then it gives a case number there. Ripple respectfully submits this SIR reply to oppose the SEC's inappropriate request for judicial notice and to address the SEC's misleading characterization of its prior enforcement actions. Courts have broad discretion to consider arguments in a SIR reply, particularly when new arguments are put forth in a reply brief. And then gives you some more footnotey information there. I think I'll leave it there. I'm not going to go too much deeper into this. Again, I will link it in the description for those of you guys interested in looking at this. I wanted to take a look, though, to see what some other people thought. Now, here's something from Jeremy Hogan. The SEC argued that prior lawsuits against crypto companies provided fair notice to Ripple. However, half of the lawsuits did not involve sale of any digital assets at all, and the other half involved companies that held ICOs. So what he was noticing here, 37 of the 75 cases cited in the Cornerstone report, approximately 50% of the total did not involve the sale of any digital assets. Many of those cases involved the sale of unregistered shares in companies that, in turn, had some connection to the cryptocurrency industry. Ripple obviously could not have taken the notice that the SEC would view sales of XRP as a security offerings from cases involving the sales of unregistered stock, a traditional violation of Section 5. Other than its case against Ripple, all 37 of the remaining cases the SEC has brought involving digital assets were in the context of an ICO, which we know Ripple did not participate in. So that's interesting. Generation XRP here saying, so essentially the SEC doesn't know its own case history and just pointed at the volume of cases as evidence of having given Ripple fair notice. And as Ripple lawyers are professionals, they read them. Ripple has been working with the SEC, this coming from XRP Crypto Wolf, working with the SEC for years. And the biggest reason why they were mad at them is because they never got full regulatory clarity for XRP. So it's obvious they didn't get fair notice. Very, very good points here. Wrath of Kahneman also chiming in on this. He's not a lawyer, but here's his opinion. Ripple's reply regarding their fair notice defense seems strong. They argue the SEC tries to sneak in 70+ enforcement actions they forgot to mention in their original argument. Of those, half are ICOs and half are not about tokens at all. So mirroring kind of what Jeremy Hogan was saying. And what he's suggesting is this is also supporting Ripple's case. Strong support for Ripple's case. I'm sure the ICOs and tokens will be brought up in a reply rebuttal and tossed out, or it should be anyways. It's coming from DC. Emma JT down here saying, in fairness to the SEC, they probably just found the paperwork relating to those 70 cases. They're now trying to sneak in the same file boxes as the missing 1,000 Hinman pages. A genuine mistake, I reckon. Dave Sadler down here saying, and don't forget the first of these enforcement actions didn't come until 2018. Even though Ripple were supposed to know their token was a security back in 2013. So also a very interesting observation. Anonymous VIP saying, Ripple, do you know what you have, SEC? A strong case. Ripple, no, you have weak sauce. Is it weak sauce? I mean, I think it's pretty clear the SEC's case is crumbling every step of the way. And, every now and then I'm bringing you guys videos with more evidence suggesting the SEC's case is just getting weaker and weaker. This just the latest that I wanted to report on, but something else that I wanted to mention here from Augustus at Old Man August on Twitter. Take a look at what these cases are, the 70+ cases, and take a look at the Ripple SEC case right here at the bottom, highlighted in yellow. One of these things just doesn't belong. One of these things is not like the others. So SEC versus Ripple Labs, Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, alleging that Ripple's distribution, so just summarizing the case, Ripple's distribution of XRP constitute investment contracts and thus securities subject to registration under Section 5 of the Securities Act. Look at these three columns though, okay? Alleged unregistered sale of securities, yes. Based on sale of digital assets, yes. But is this outside the ICO context? Also, yes. Now, that might not seem like much on the surface, but if you compare this to all the other cases, as per Augustus here on Twitter, he says, for those that don't understand, this is the first case where all the answers in the boxes to the right are all yes. I repeat, this is the first case where all of these answers are yes. Yes equals a win for Ripple and XRP and everyone holding, no matter how long you've been holding. Also, the last box is the biggest of them, all meaning Ripple did not violate the ICO rules. So correct me if I'm wrong. It is an interesting observation here. It is the first time, if you guys look at these documents, the first time where we do see all the columns in this lengthy document here, all the columns with an outcome of yes under the Ripple Labs versus SEC lawsuit. So comparing them to the others, this one is looking very, very different. And so could this mean a win for Ripple? It's interesting because something else that just came out recently was this Mr. Poole's tweet from just yesterday, and these predictions are getting closer and closer together. Note here, Mr. Poole's tweet from the 10th of February, 2022. A roller coaster. Could a crash be incoming after a final pump? This coming from PRX13 on Twitter. And so what is this referring to? This, guys. A new Economist article, this being on the cover, the February 12th edition, and February 12th is tomorrow, with the same roller coaster as in the Mr. Poole tweet, which begs the question, are we going to see a roller coaster ride? Namely in the crypto space, blasting cryptos off to new highs through media hype resulting in FOMO, but we all know what happens after that, right? A crash usually ensues. Let's not forget, guys, this Economist article is supposed to come out tomorrow. Here is the URL for the February 12th, 2022 edition. What would happen if financial markets crashed? Another possibility, will people be hedging with cryptocurrency? All very interesting prospects, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.